It's nice to have certain days of the year that are special and be able to use to break away from the routine of work. I wonder if God has a day that works in a similar way. Does the Bible say anything about this?
Genesis 2:2. And on the seventh day, God completed his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because on it he rested from all his work which God had created in making it. Notice in verse 3 that God blessed and he also sanctified. Notice the repetition in blue. The seventh day, twice in verse 2, once in verse 3. So let's go to the book of Exodus and notice something fascinating here. Chapter 20, and we're going to begin with verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. All right, now, what day is that? Verse 10, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of Yahweh your God. Notice it did not say of the Jews. It is a Sabbath of Yahweh your God. Now, we're going to go down to verse 11 and notice the underline again. The seventh day. So notice the repetition. There's a reason God wants us to be clear on this. Why? Well, you see that at the bottom? Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. It looks a lot like, or it sounds a lot like Genesis 2, where God blessed the seventh day, which is the Sabbath day. Now, notice in the New Testament, I did a little search here. You'll see it at the top, seventh day, Hebrews 4:4. For he has spoken somewhere in this way concerning the seventh day. And God rested on the seventh day from all his works. Notice now, 5 verses later in verse 9. So there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. Did you notice how all three references mentioned creation week? Whether Old Testament, New Testament, that's what they did. You probably noticed the repetition also. See, to answer the question, God does have a special day where we can break away from our routine and from work and all of that. And it is not just any day, it is specifically the seventh day, whether Old Testament or New Testament. It is something still applicable to the people of God. Now, it's a day that has a blessing. Surely that's not something you would rather miss out on. Instead, I'm sure you'd like to enjoy that blessing, wouldn't you? So now the question is, when would you like to begin keeping the Sabbath? Would you like to go ahead and start this week?